Hey everyone, Brad Walker here, your local Airdrie Realtor, here with your Airdrie real estate market update for April 2023. And this month we've got two segments of our market that have now surpassed 2022's high prices, so stick around because we'll go over which styles of homes are performing best right now in our market and much more. But first, we do spend a lot of time every month reviewing our market data so that we're completely up to speed on our end and so that we can present you with the most accurate picture of our market conditions here in Airdrie. So if you could do me a favor and hit that like button for me, it really does help our videos get in front of other people who also want to stay informed about our market, and I'd really appreciate it. Well, now that you've got that done and out of the way, let's get right into it. We can see here that we had 154 sales in March, which is down 57.2% compared to last year, but 154 sales is basically right in line with our 10-year average. And we also saw 203 new listings within the month, which again is down 57% from last year and also right in line with our 10-year average. So those two stats there in relation to last year and to the 10-year average are moving basically in perfect unison. And now onto our inventory. At the beginning of April, we started the month with 206 active listings here in Airdrie, which is down 22% from last year. So it's down from last year, but it's down less than sales and new listings are. And interestingly enough, it's about 45% lower than our 10-year average. So if we look at our sales and new listings, which are right in line with the 10-year average, not much excitement going on there, just same old, no biggie, right? Well, true if our inventory was also in line with our 10-year average. But if we factor in that our inventory right now is 45% below our average for that same period, what does that do to our market? Well, it tightens things up a bit. Right now we've got a below average amount of homes for an average amount of buyers. And that's why we see our month's supply getting lower this month, down to just 1.34 months now, which is actually the lowest we've seen this year and the lowest we've seen since June 2022, which was just at the tail end of last spring's craziness. So we're finding ourselves in an interesting market right now where the prices are on the rise again, but more gradually than last year, and sellers are a bit more in control. But it does feel like we're kind of teeter-tottering on the edge of another extreme seller's market, and it wouldn't take a whole lot to swing it in that direction. But on the flip side, it would just take a couple months of good new listings numbers to put us back closer to a balanced market. Now this does go right along with what I predicted we'd see happen this year in our market, as I mentioned in the 2023 market predictions video. So for prices, what I'm expecting to see happen is similar to 2022, but on way less of a scale. So for right now, what we have been seeing is prices have been moving just a tiny bit down each month. And I think this year, moving into the spring, we're gonna see our prices tick back up just a little bit as the market tightens up again, maybe 5-6% up throughout those spring months. And then I think we're gonna see towards the last half of the year, again, the market fading off a little bit, balancing out and coming back down to where we end the year off with maybe increase of 3 or 4%. So the real question now will be, when we get through the spring market, which we're just starting now, will we see things taper off a bit like I mentioned in that clip, or are we gonna keep climbing through the summer and fall? Now that we're just gonna have to wait and see. All right, well, let's move on to some pricing updates. As I mentioned, 2 of our 4 styles of homes have now surpassed the 2022 highs, and for now they look like they're gonna keep climbing. So go ahead and pause the video here and comment below what 2 styles you think they are, and then come back and see if you were right. The options here are going to be detached, semi-detached, townhomes, or condos. Let me know down below. All right, well, I hope you commented your answers below because now we're going to find out. So as far as pricing changes this month go, detached homes are up 2.5% in just the last month, which gives them a benchmark price of $579,700. The high we saw in 2022 was $587,000 in April 2022. So we're still below that high on the detached homes. And for those semi-detached homes or duplexes, they're up even more than the detached were, up 2.8% in just the last month, with a benchmark price of $445,600. However, the high we saw in 2002 was also in April at $455,000. So semi-detached is also still below our 2022 highs. Which leaves us with our two right answers left. First, we have the townhouses, which saw a 2% increase in the benchmark price last month, up to $318,400. Our high in 2022, which we saw in August, was $315,900. So as of this month, we've surpassed that. And of course, our apartment style condos, which were also up 2% in the last month, up to $223,700, which also exceeds 2022's high point of $219,400. Well, there you have it. Townhomes and condos continue to perform very well as the more affordable housing option in our market, though they didn't see as big of a month-over-month price increase as the detached and semi-detached product did. And I've got to mention as well, if we saw similar increases here in April, both of those styles, the detached and semi-detached, would also surpass their 2022 highs as well. Alright, so we've seen some of the stats, we've looked at the current pricing movement, but what does this all mean for those of you that are thinking about buying or selling this year? Well, first off, what I'm finding is that now more than ever, it seems that every single person's situation is different in terms of if it's a good market to buy or sell. For one person, it might be a great time to buy, but for another, it might be a bad time to buy. It's really just a conclusion that we can only come to by looking at your specific needs and creating a plan from there. So if you're thinking about making a move, reach out to me and I'd be more than happy to chat about your situation specifically and help you determine if buying or selling in this market right now makes sense or not. And if it does, then we can make an appropriate plan from there. But to give you some general advice for you buyers and sellers, for the most part, you sellers are back in the driver's seat. I mean, you were never really out of the driver's seat, maybe just relaxing with your arm out the window for a little bit, but now you're fully back in that driver's seat. But that being said, pricing is very important still, as we are seeing some ambitious sellers sitting on the market for a long time, even if their price is just slightly higher than what it should be. But the homes that are priced right are selling very fast. So prepare your home and price it according to the market without trying to test the market up, and you're going to get yourself a very nice sale price right now. And for you buyers, keep in mind that the homes that come up that are nice and priced right are going to go very fast. Now, our market isn't crazy enough right now where we're seeing multiple offers on everything and offer presentation times and stuff like that. But the downside to that is that a listing could come up and go conditionally sold within just a few hours. Whereas if there was an offer presentation time, then you'd have at least a few days to get in and view the home. So right now, the good ones, you have to make sure that you're booking your showing right away if you're serious about buying. And like I said, reach out to me and let's make a plan to make your next move happen. And that's all I have for you today. I hope you learned something about our market here in Airdrie. My name is Brad Walker with Real Broker. Have a fantastic April, and we'll see you in next month's update. Oh, and subscribe to the channel.